ADHD, it's an abbreviation. It means attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder. And those are more like two in one. So there are those who have attention problem, by longer they can't sit still and concentrate either in class or in an activity. And there are those who are very hyperactive, like they can't sit, they can't sleep, they're always on their feet. So that's what we called ADHD. And normally we know children who are under 5, they are normally very hyperactive, or they're active. It's normal for them. So we usually try and diagnose it around 5 years or so, when they are now going into primary or reception in primary. That's when we can say, no, the child has ADHD. There's really nothing that can pinpoint that causes ADHD. There are a lot of factors that have been implicated, but there's really nothing that we can pinpoint. It's just the way the child had developed, the brain has developed. They are just struggling to concentrate. They're just struggling to sit still and do a task. So that's why they end up being very hyperactive. So in terms of the milestones, like I said, every less than 1 year, every 3 months, we see them, we see how they are developing. After 1 year, every 6 months, we want the children to be seen by a doctor and then see the milestones. And the milestones we usually check for. So there is gross motor. Gross motor, we're talking about sitting, walking, and if there's any delay on sitting and walking, we have the physiotherapist. First, we need to find out why is the child delayed, and then we engage both physiotherapy to help with the activities. And then there's also fine motor, using your hands, solving, problem solving, and all those. Also, we need to assess and see, are we delayed, are we fine, and then see how we can do. The third one is the language or speech development. Again, we assess, and then we have speech therapists that we refer these children to, so that they can also assess them and do activities. And then the last one is that one of the social interaction. So again, we have occupational therapies because for social, we have those kids, especially ADHD, who are very hyperactive. So the occupational therapist will help in this case in terms of activities that will increase their attention span, thereby decreasing their activity. So there are a lot of things that we can actually do to help these children. Medication is usually the last resort, and we usually use it for children who are in standard 1, older children. And then in terms of home, just find out what your child likes. We know a lot of kids, they love phones, which keeps them, entertained, which keeps them, which then takes their attention. And then find out, apart from the phone, what else does your child likes. Do they like music? Do they like arts? Do they like puzzles? And then incorporate that in the play, So get those, and then make sure that you keep your child entertained, because the problem is they get bored easily. So that's why they're very hyperactive. They want something to keep them entertained. So find out what they like, and then always constantly entertain them with the things that they like. And that way also it will help with their brain development, with the social skills and everything that's needed.